Hi, everybody. Welcome to day 3 of 11 of Octave-Eying the Earth. Something major came through today that I did not see coming, and God had me wait. I said yesterday I needed to wait to do the full moon work today. Did you know today's full moon is a 1313 portal? 13 gates, 13 pyramids activated. 13th gate is heaven on earth. The Nile is at the final gate. Okay. And so I did the full moon for YouTube because that is where God had me do it, is put it on YouTube, not in Patreon so much this time for a reason. I was also attacked at 4 a.m. I woke up this morning with the most darkest pull, and I sat there and I embodied the sun and the moon and pushed it out and had a lot of download information this morning of some energies that was attached to as well. Um, and it took every bit of strength that I had, and I just kept clearing it out, and I anchored into that strength, and it kept clearing out and clearing out, and I feel there's more work to do. But then I did the full moon 1313. I didn't even realize it was that until the end of that work. And I undid the Supreme Court of Justice, which was El Diablo. And I shackled and bound him and called forth De La Muerte, which I had no idea was coming. So I just got to do that, and I'm still heightened in that energy. And right as I'm coming on here, there's some definite hit to my solar plexus even further. So I'm going to call in the energies from day 1 to day 2 and into today of all the protections that we possibly need, surrounded in a light of obsidian, onyx, and diamond energy. And we're all going to anchor into the crystalline grid. This is a big portal shift. Lots of things happening. And there was a huge shift against me before today, and now I know why. And even into this morning, and I literally felt like I had to go into the pits of hell to do that work. And I called forth De La Muerte. They have to reap what they sow. And it was quite amazing. So that has now been uploaded to YouTube because that's what God told me to do. So that's what I did. So I continue to clear out this energy that is not aligned, and it does come from those that rose with me a lot too, because they allowed darkness into this work, and it's wreaked havoc. It really truly has wreaked havoc on me. And so that it's which connected to, and all of that is being cleared, just worked on and cleared and exposed and removed from my path. A lot of them thought that they could take away from me and do things their way, and that's what the darkness does. Okay, and so that is what somebody is reflecting right now, is that they can use this work, use this light, and do things their way and do it on their own, and for their own personal gain, and it cannot be done that way. It's about lay of the land, all connected and through the light of the one and the sun only. So that's the new earth, and that's what they took from Adam and Eve. So keep that in mind. There is a shadow, a push against that. So if you feel a big shadow today, if you feel all of that, it's probably why. If you're reflecting in it or carrying it or something, that's probably why. So I call forth day 1 to day 2 and into day 3, and I don't know what's coming today at all. At all, at all, at all, okay? I literally just did the 13 portal full moon. De la Muerte, and I shackled and bound El Diablo. And he is the Supreme Court of Justice. So I did actually expose. I thought it was the Sistine Chapel. It was not. That was just a sector of it, but it's all connected. So Supreme Court of Justice is totally the Antichrist system creation. Who's in charge anyway? And recently I did a video about Trump and where we're at, and I kept saying him and the justice system, something's coming with the justice system. Who's in charge anyway? So spirit works very diligently, and for those who can see in all the work that I do that it starts showing you. Like I didn't see it. I didn't see it coming. I didn't know what all meant, but now I do. I kept saying that I was going to expose the Antichrist. I thought it was a Sistine Chapel, but that was not the totality of it. And then they also said to do something with the full moon today. And I knew that was coming. I knew I was being told to do the justice system with the full moon. The other day I saw that I needed to do the justice system and I questioned it. I'm like, did I leave that behind? Did I forget about that? It was time today. It had to be done today. And then in the end of the video, it was 1313 portal. Today is the 13th. And when you add up 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, we are in a 1313 portal, which is the return of Christ and the Antichrist exposed today. And they called it De la Muerte. And I shackled and bound El Diablo. Ah, welcome. So we are going on to day 3 now. Um, Yeah, I'm so proud of myself because I had a battle at 4 a.m. this morning and it made me so tired and I fell back to sleep and I'm just exhausted. I'm exhausted and I'm doing it on my own. I'm carrying a lot of weight on my own and I've had a lot of people come against me and think that they can just do things for their own personal gain and use that light for their own personal gain and to do things their way and not undo the work that they were supposed to undo. And so I've had to carry a lot of that myself. And then not having the honor and value for this work took a toll on me too. But tell you what, I'm so very proud of myself right now. So very proud of myself. So very proud of myself. And even if I took a hit in every which way and everything seems like it's crumbling and falling, it's truly not. I'm very proud of myself. So I'm pulling the cards for today, day 3. I don't know where we're going in this Octave-Eying energy. I never know what's going to come up. That's just the way I roll. I don't want to know, right? Because then it's not as valid. So I never ask. But also I was busy in the 1313 portal of undoing the justice system and shackling and binding El Diablo, which was really cool. So the Antichrist is truly the Supreme Court justice system. Who's in charge anyways? And that's what they were saying with when I did a video about Trump recently in the White House and where we're going, where we're at. And I said, Trump in the justice system, something's coming with the justice system. And then I said, who's in charge anyways? And that came out again today. It was quite awesome. So we have communication, co-creation. We must be co-creating with spirit and the heart. We must be co-creating with the heart, not with the shadow. Not with the matrix system, you guys, it truly is falling. What I've done is very real, even if people don't understand it. I couldn't have made it up if I tried. Otherwise, I'm like a genius upon genius, and I'm not even that smart, right? Like I'm a little smart, but I'm not that smart. So we have co-creation with spirit is required because we are transforming and we cannot see all things. So to make assumptions and think you can do it your way and on your own, that's wrong. Okay. To assume that we're healed enough, to assume we don't need certain things. If it shows up on your path, it was meant for you. If it showed up on your path and it kept nudging you, it was meant for you. We can't do this alone. Okay. Because we can't see at the soul level. We can't see beyond the shadow. So we must understand that co-creation is a necessity. And that's even in my book that I wrote that I tried to publish, but New Earth Manifesting, Co-Creating in 7D Invocations with the Angels and Gods. We have to co-create, okay? We can't do things our way. We can't do things for the betterment of just ourselves. It has to be for the betterment of all involved. And through the light of our soul path, the creator, okay? And through the path of the sun, we have to. So my whole journey didn't come from my consciousness. It comes from my subconsciousness, co-creating with spirit. I got the nudge the other day that I had to do the justice system. And I kept thinking, okay, I'll do it today. And then no. And then yesterday I heard, don't touch the full moon today, do this tomorrow. And I heard justice system. I just didn't tell you that that's what they wanted me to do, but I knew it because I didn't want interference. And I had interference anyways at 4 a.m. It's like this horrible attack in my solar plexus. Which my support system, kind of let all that in anyways. And I spent a good hour and a half just becoming one with the sun and the moon and pushing it out and choosing love and rising up this like rainbow bridge. It was quite beautiful and my vibration shifting and pushing it out, and there's still some in there. Like I didn't even do it 100%, but I did it enough to feel really good and then fell back to sleep. I'm exhausted. I was so tired yesterday. I think I fell asleep 3 or 4 times. So, um, my journey took everything I had physically, emotionally, spiritually, even took a twin flame of mine, and I got a walk-in. And that was another part of this morning, was just negative thoughts about him. And I was like, no, you're not going to pit me against him. No, thank you. So we have to be co-creating with spirit in your heart space, not with your ego, not with a limited mind space, not with lack, not with the shackles that bind and blind. Now it makes sense. So I've always been saying the shackles that bind and blind you, and little did I realize that it was the Supreme Court justice system and the shackles that bind and blind you, and then anchored off into other sectors. Oh, I'm so good. So I undid each sector, leading all the way up to the main one on the 13th portal of the full moon. Ah! I'm still processing that. Deep connection to the earth today, Earth Star Chakra, communication, co-creation, transformation, right? And I've even noticed that, people think they can do it on their own. I tried to say that the other day during one of my lives too, is like, you think, I don't know. That was actually, Amy brought that in big time. She wanted to do it her way. She used me. She used my light, got to a certain point, and then said, it's not for nothing. I don't need you anymore. I can do it on my own. And even somebody else threw that at me right at the end. And so that's a reflection. So that energy was present and trying to definitely sabotage. And I was like, no, nope. And they had big purposes to serve, especially with like the twin flames and stuff. Anyways, let's get into day 3. I'm still processing that. Forgive me. That was amazing. So we have fire, power sublime. Sorry. Solaris, power, fire. Okay. Fire, power ignited, connecting to the earth, co-creating with spirit, because we are transforming. Okay. We are transforming the power. We are transforming power centers. We are transforming the earth. We are transforming at a soul level, and we need to co-create with spirit the whole way to actually truly hear and to see and bypass our karmic path and the path of the matrix, because it's shadow, it blinds. We cannot see at a soul level. It's subconscious, and we can't see past the shadow. We think we can see, but we can't always see. And I've known that on my whole journey. I don't assume. I ask for guidance from spirit, and I make sure it's light, and I pushed past any resistance. And even when things seemed impossible, I knew that was false. So it depends on your lens and what you're willing to fight for. Is it the light, or is it fear and the shadow? And if things were presented on your journey, they were meant for your journey and your karmic clearing. Okay. All right. So I call in the creator and all that is, and all the angels and beings of light from the days before. Day 1 into day 2, and I'm just cleansing some energy, breaking it up. Making sure we are all protected in the bubbles of onyx, obsidian, and diamond light. And I'm anchoring each bubble into the crystalline grid, as well as any other protections we might need individually. We really truly don't want to bring shadow into this work. We want to push past that and clear it and heal it. I'm like, I see celebrations, you guys. I see celebrations on the other side. The work that I did was massive just now. So I'm still like, yee! Oh, we're never really alone. You guys, nobody else may see it, but I know spirit does. God does. So anchoring back into where we left off yesterday, I had a Moldavite bench, and I think onyx. So our crystal benches are coming into the energy. We're kind of starting where we left off every day, right? Day 1, day 2, and into day 3. We each have 3 beings of Pleiadian light here to help us. And we are in De la Muerte. That's what they kept calling it in my thing too. It's the dawn of the dead. Reap what you sow. It's like, it brings me back to day one of birthing New Earth, where it truly is the divide of El Diablo on one side and New Earth on the other. And those that don't make it into New Earth, you know what I'm saying? Like, only two other places to go. So there's lots of an illusionary cortex of people think they know and they understand and think that we're just dividing and we're going to live amongst a division. That's not New Earth. So there's a crystalline grid rising for this 1313 portal or star chakra. I see it coming out of the earth. I see it coming out of the earth. And then again, we're sitting in our ascension sphere where we have the crystal pyramid in the center. And just imagine sitting there on our crystal benches again. Let's start taking our focus back to there. You can close your eyes, calm your energy, put your feet on the floor, your palms facing up. See yourself, intend to be sitting on that crystal bench. And in the center is the crystal pyramid. And out beyond that is all of the angels and inside the pyramids as well. And then we have our Pleiadian guides, Saint Germain with the Akasha records. And all the angels are here, okay? All of them. There's not one left behind. Every angel is here. The gods and goddesses are here. The Commander Ashtar is here with the Galactic Council. Um, the stars of Pleiades are coming in because we used those yesterday, didn't we? So all the work from day one, the yellow and golden rays, the blue and green rays, and into day two. And everything is here still. Everything is here leading us into day three. And I can start to feel the shift in my vibration. I have been feeling a shift in my vibration since day one. It seems like at first, like maybe nothing's happening, but then I was extremely tired. And then I was shifting and shifting even more. It's like things are becoming more clear. Thank God. Yes, everything that I did led up to today. Everything we do, every piece of the puzzle counts. And we never know where it's really going to take us. We have to allow the journey to unfold. I've talked about this. You have to allow the journey to unfold and push past the resistance and do it. And then it's going to take you in miraculous places. And the universe always supports us on our soul path if we're open and following those nudges of the heart space. Pure heart space, pure love, not intent for self and personal gain, but intent for all connectedness and all evolved and with God through the light of God and honor and value and valor and, you know, the correct lens applied. So I see it must much like when I did the cosmic rays, I see what looks like northern lights, but it's the rays of the angels just floating about in the atmosphere. Beautiful, like pastel-y pinks and greens and blues and yellows and purples. Just almost like rainbow rays floating through the atmosphere. Yes, it is time now for the coming of Christ. And darkness exposed. I'm so proud of myself. I can't get over that I did it. Even with everything against me and judging me and hesitation and so much power into the resistance for all and their own personal gain. You know what I mean? It's like, wow, it's just the shadow really did wreak havoc. And I still made it. Barely, but I made it. All right. So I'm just calming the energy. Like I said, there's still something yucky getting me in my solar plexus and sacral, but it was massive at 4 a.m. So I've broken it down to almost nothingness, but there's still something there. So I'm trying to separate that. I actually freed my heart space from it, they said. That's why I pushed it way down. And it did come in from Jacinth, and it's been connected ever since. So like, because there's still the tie is in there. So that's why there's been separations. So today is day 3, and I'm just allowing the energy to settle in. Called in all the energies in the work from day 1 to day 2. We have the beautiful cosmic rays floating through the atmosphere, the angels present inside and with the pyramids. And I don't know what all's coming for day 3. We're just integrating in. I'm letting everything else go. We're going to take our focus from up above. So I'm going to bring down the moon and the sun. And if it can't go through your vessel, because it may not be able to yet, it's going to go around you and be in your energy. But I'm just going to bring the sun and the moon down, down, down through our upper chakras. Going down, 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 closer to our crown now. We're in the 13th chakra. So I'm taking the sun and the moon to the 13th chakra. Taking the sun and the moon into the 13th chakra. So it's like the veil of illusion is gone. De la Muerte. Day of the Dead. It's like the veil of illusion is gone. So we're cleansing out the 13th chakra, balancing it with the sun and the moon. And Akasha records applied. So you're going to get a clear insight into your path, like what you may have missed, something you may have should have done, whatever it is for you. You're getting an insight here in the 13th chakra. So we're just balancing out the 13th chakra with the sun and the moon. It's heightened to stay here for a moment. And taking it now down to the 12th and the 11th chakra. Sun and the moon applied. I'm holding my staff of the sun, and I also have the moon pendant on my neck, which is the DM side. But we are fully connected. We're fully aligned. So there's no separation there. And that's what I did at 4 a.m. I embodied the moon on my left side and I embodied the sun on my right. And I just held strong and I didn't let any negative in about me and my DM. And it was trying. And it took strength. I'm not going to lie. It took a lot of strength. It took everything I had to hold on to that and embody the sun and the moon. And so I'm literally embodying the moon and the sun right now. But for you guys, it's just focused in the 13th and the 11th chakra at this time. Your soul path, your soul blueprint, information applied. Whatever from your higher self wants you to know is coming in, it will unfold for you to see. There's always more to us than meets the eye. We limit ourselves through the blueprint of the matrix. And also where karmic contracts may have been burned and undone by others, by other people claiming to be healers and things. I see that in one of your energy, especially. We detach from those karmic lesson paths and we can't see clearly at all. And so that's why in the path to righteousness, that's part of what I did was align you to all of your karmic path, your karmic contracts, because we have to heal them to align. So there is like an information blueprint coming in here into the 13th and 11th chakra. Going down now into the 10th, the 9th, the 8th, and into the crown chakra. So either way, if it's not full moon and sun, you're getting some of the moon and sun and light into your crown chakra because it's a powerful, like, I don't think you guys understand the work that I just did. In order to be fully engulfed in this moon and sun, we have to be pure light. Otherwise, it causes karmic kickback and things because it is the return. It's very powerful, causes that divide of shadow to light. Going down now into the third eye and the throat chakra. Sun and the moon, also still the stars of Pleiadian light. Going down now into the heart space and the solar plexus. Cutting cords from darkness here. There is a little bit of a matrix blueprint still in somebody here as well. Going down into the sacral, the navel, and the root. And I am becoming full embodiment of the sun and the moon. Just full on embodiment. Half of me literally is the sun. I see myself glowing as the sun, and the other half is the moon. I feel the moon, the texture of the moon, the energy of the moon. I'm literally half and half, my whole entire body. And that's what happened at 4 a.m. I'm also holding the staff of the sun, and I have the moon on my neck, Horus. Horus and Sekhmet, the god of the sun and the moon. That is who I am. Whether even I fathom that, it's not about my ego. I don't need to prove that to anybody. Those who don't have God in their heart won't see it anyways. I prove it to myself all the time. I'm like, oh, did I just do that? Like, oh my God, like really? It's amazing. It's an amazing journey that I have much honor for and much value too. God is so good. And I remember the day that God told everybody in my group that they have taken my power enough and it's time that that's gone unnoticed and unrecognized enough, and that stops today. And that was the day I implemented the Nile portal. And then they filled me with the sun. And then all of the path, like what you had to do on the path was just spewing out on our personal Facebook page. And like you could see, and then people were like, all of their truth went right back to them. And like everything was exposed that day. And God is so good. I didn't see that any of that coming. They're so good to me. The angels are so good. God is so good. And they always have my back. They will do that if you show up and have theirs too. If you show up and have your own back, they got you. They've been so good to me. I just give them such honor and such value. And now we're taking all that energy down into the core of the, or not the core, sorry, we're all still cut off from the core, into the crystalline grid and the tree roots. Mhm. So today I take the 1313 portal. We are in a portal, River of Justice and De La Muerte portal. And this is the River of Justice portal. Okay. River of Judgment for all, but also River of Justice. River of Justice. And my painting's almost done. I actually painted the river part last night, so it was really cool. This is all making sense. It's all for full circling for me. The Nile portal is the river of justice, and New Earth is what we're in it. We are in it. It's amazing to see the work that I did processing out and finally making full sense. I'm like, oh. Machu Picchu's coming in, Fiji. River of Atlantis, I'm hearing. I don't know what that means necessarily, but I will say it. Um, hmm. So today we are going to be using the cosmic rays in the sky as well as water, lots of water, but also the full moon and the sun together, completely aligned. I told you I fully embodied the moon and the sun, and it is the 13th portal. So all of that is coming down now from the heavens above as we have integrated into this energy. We are sitting on our crystal benches. We are holding space. I've brought down the light and opened up our center, going down into the earth to anchor in, to be grounded and rooted into this healing. The 13 Pleiadian beings of light, not 13, sorry, we each have 3 Pleiadian beings of healing that are here to help us heal, help us cleanse. But this is in particular for Octave-Eying, right? And so we never know. It's multi-layered, and I can't mention everything because I do a lot of work for the earth. But you are getting a lot of healing. You are getting a lot of healing, a lot of detoxing. And today, especially, we're going to be detoxing a lot of the heart space, even more into the heart space, the solar plexus, and the earth star chakra. Okay, as well as the 13th and the 11th chakra. Lots of detoxing. Those are connecting to the energy of today. So the heart, the solar plexus, the 13th, the 11th chakra, river of justice or judgment, depending upon which side you're on. Ah, 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 ah. So it is like the river of justice that I'm pouring in. It's not just water. I have to specify that. Or the river of Atlantis is what they're calling it. And the portal is Machu Picchu heightened. Which was Atlantis. That is a pyramid that I activated. It was in the 13 steps to heaven. So we're literally working through this right now. But the Machu Picchu is that portal, which was, I don't remember all the details. It had everything to do with justice as well. And so we are just River of Justice applied, but they're calling it the Atlantic River, River of Atlantis. And we're going to pour that in. It's like silver and gold a little bit, and more silvery than gold. And we're going to pour that through the cosmic rays of Christ light, going down through the pyramids and the angels and into the crystalline grid, the crystals under the pyramids, into the core. And that will be drawing out vibrations that don't match, Octave-Eying. And our heart chakra, our solar plexus, our 13th chakra, and our 11th chakra are heightened in the detox today. So those are what we're detoxing. Now we've done some detoxing on bones and tissues already. And so more may come out in that too. I will mention everything that is necessary, but it's quite detailed and deep for you. Okay. I just can't be always in both places doing the earth work and mentioning every detail for you, but there is a lot more than meets the eye. So just understand that. River of Justice is here. Like it's here, portal of Machu Picchu, which is the portal of Atlantis. And I'm also hearing portal of the Nile combined. So I'm going to begin by scraping. I'm going to take like this big silver bucket, it looks like, and I feel like I'm large, like very large, and I'm embodying the sun and the moon. And I'm taking like this big bucket and I'm gathering up water from the river of Atlantis. And that with the rays, the cosmic rays of the angels and Christ's light, um, and the moon, the full moon and the sun, just all being poured down through the heavens and into the pyramids, into the angels, and down through that into the pyramid grid, the crystalline grid, and down into the core of the earth. And as I'm doing that, it's like causing some things to happen. It's causing the earth to like move and groove and open. It's open. It's like pixel, like a little bit of like a pixelation. It's causing some expansion. So I'm going to keep doing it. I'm taking it like this huge ass bucket, it looks like, of the river of Atlantis. And this is a Machu Picchu portal applied. Um, the cosmic rays, so it's like multiple blues, pinks, greens, purples, yellows, all the cosmic rays, which are what I brought down Christ light with. So I need you guys to understand that. And the sun and the moon, the full moon, 1313 portal. And I'm pouring it all the way down and into the pyramids. And remember, we're on our crystal benches and we're receiving healing from our Pleiadian beings of light as well. So these cleansing is also affecting you. Helping to protect you, though, where duality is residing within you. So this is quite biblical. I don't know how else to say that. It's quite vast, very real. And so whatever happens for you, every detail of your life is purposeful that is playing out at this time. River of Justice applied. 1313 portal. And the river of Atlantis. And I'm taking another bucket and pouring it down, and it's going through the pyramids, through the angel rays and the angels. They're helping to carry this, like as a supreme being of light. They're helping that frequency shift for those that can rise, because I don't have those with me either that were supposed to be here helping to carry that through, right? So it was supposed to be like a lot of energy. So you guys are also helping to octavify that vibration as much as you can. So just know that. But they're carrying through that light into, I remember the angels don't have karma to cleanse, so they have nothing blocking them from carrying the mass amounts of light, going down into the crystal pyramids, the crystalline grid, into the core. And I keep doing that. And as I'm doing it, I keep seeing like the great flood. But water rising. So water's beginning to like bubble up from the core of the earth and rise up. And as that's happening, it's like a vibration, like a hum. And I can feel the vibration. So it almost reminds me of like mermaids being in the earth, and like this vibration of hum, 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 hum. And I take more water from the Atlantis, river of Atlantis, and I pour it with the cosmic rays of angelic presence and Christ light down in through the portals, through the angels' hearts, helping to bring that through the heart of love. Pure love is necessary. That's the purpose. Has to come through hearts of pure love. And going down into the crystalline pyramid, the crystals underneath the pyramids, and into the core, and is starting to vibrate out of the core of the earth, going and the earth is beginning to respond. I can see the trees moving, and they are being filled with this light and water as well into the trees. Hum, hum. Truly, like God is walking this earth. That's that vibration that I'm hearing. It's like when my white flame went out, like my white flame returned, and I feel like I'm embodied the sun and the moon. Remember, the moon and the sun are also coming down this too. This is a full moon and the sun together energy, and that hum, the hum of God. It's the frequency of God that we're going to sit in. The frequency of God beginning to emanate through the trees, the vibration. Hum, hum, hum. And I see it vibrating through the soil and rising up through the earth and the vibration. And I see a lot of starting to hit off of, like you almost like dolphins send out signals in water. The vibration starts to hit on things that don't align. The return of God is to, like, that's I feel like God is here. This is God returning. Um, 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 how else do I describe this? It's like the earth just went completely calm and everything is being, I'm getting so many chills on both sides of my body. Everything is being engulfed by my vibration of light, the return of God. Ah, ah, the river of Atlantis pouring into the earth, returning to what she must be and once was. The vibrational frequency of the divine light is here. It's coming in. It's implementing into the earth. And I see the vibration. Those that can receive that are pure light, it's like integrating into them. So birds and the trees and the waters and the breeze and the mountains and the seas, the vibration is encompassing them. And other certain beings that may be pure light is just encompassing into them. And things that are not, it like returns, it bounces off. They cannot receive this signal. Ah, 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 ah. The return of divine light. He, oh. And I'm bucketing the water, the sun and the moon, and all of the cosmic rays filled with Christ's light going through the pyramids and the angels' heart space because they're pure, and into the crystals and the pyramids, and into the core of the earth, and coming out like water rising. It's begin to rise to the surface of the earth. It's like coming up. The river of Atlantis is coming up and beginning to hit off and purge what does not belong. Oh, 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 ah, ah, oh, oh, So it's like a call of God. As I'm doing that, I see animals and elements responding in turn. And they're just like opening up and awakening. And like the Earth Star chakra is like this huge lotus flower. And it's like all awakening. And I see these frequencies of bubbles of water and light rising into the atmosphere as if we're all becoming the river of Atlantis. And they're calling it the river of justice. Machu Picchu applied. Ha, oh, there's some releasing. Mm. And on a cellular level, it's affecting our cellular level, our genome coding, and our cellular level. So those that have their DNA activated, this vibration of Christ is integrating. So the frequency that I'm bringing through the waves of the earth and light is emanating through the vibration that has now been made right, the DNA that has now been made right and returned back to the light. And those that cannot receive, like not a part of the blueprint of the return. I feel like I'm talking to the clouds and the seas and the trees and the breeze, like everything connected to God. That is me, the moon and the sun and the sky above and the stars and the seas and even into the galactic breeze. Things are time to be made right. So I see water. Hamayalaya, Hamalaya, Oya. I need you to understand that water's on everything, so it kicks up tornadoes, it kicks up the wind, can even help spark some fires, which is different, right? Water should put out fires, but not in this case because the elements are hearing me and they are responding. It's as if my vibrational frequency is telling things on the earth, like we're home. We're home. We're home. And so we're starting to purge what does not belong and purge what does not align on another level. This has to do with like foundations within the earth, structures and buildings that don't belong. I see them being swept away by water. Like the water is rising up onto the surface and becoming higher and higher in certain areas, and they're calling it the River of Atlantis. And it's starting to carry away and break down things that don't belong. And land is opening up and exposing more beneath. Ah, ah, ooh, ooh, ah. And I see the chakra system of the new earth lighting up and filling with the vibration of God. It's like an activation of the DNA of God. All those things connected to that are activating. It's like heightening. They're like dancing, almost like the Big Bang Theory. You know how like vibration creates life? There you go. It's exactly what I'm doing. I see it and it's vibrating through the water, and the water is coming up, and the trees and the skies and the breeze and the earth and the fire and the wind and the soil. The vibration of God is vibrating through and causing those to wake up, to activate, to align. It's like the blueprint, the DNA activation through the vibration of God. Day 1, 2, and 3 applied, 4 and 5 as well, of birthing new earth. Like everything knows that I'm home. Ah, ah, oh, oh, mm, mm. Now I'm starting to see pipes burst. False water systems collapse. Hi, hi, water plants imploding. The water returning from back in which you took it. It cannot be controlled and consumed and controlled and manipulated. So all of these piping systems, water pipes bursting. More water coming in with the full moon and the sun and all the cosmic rays going down through the pyramids into the crystals beneath the pyramids, into the core, and rising up like a lot of water, rising up to expose what does not belong and remove it once and for all. The poison water just seeping to the surface, miles of water shifting across the earth's surface, water coming in to cleanse and make pure, and pipes bursting and bursting and bursting in the earth's surface and core that goes through the layers of the earth, all this piping systems. I see them bursting, water's being set free. The return of the river of Atlantis. And I feel like this white light, like myself, just glowing white light is rising from the water. And you know how we're all made up of water? It's affecting the water within our vessels. So our cells, our tissues, our organs, our heart, 13th, 11th chakra, solar plexus, all involved. Your DNA, for those viable only. Returning back to the light. It's like God is home. God is home and the earth knows it. It's vibrating across the collective soul. It's vibrating in the earth, the soil, the water, and the water is being returned to be made whole. It's being set free. So day one was time, this false concept of time and this travel system that doesn't align. Day two is electricity and this vibrational frequency that hurts my ears, it hurts my soul. And then today is water being made whole and set free. And I see like plastic water bottles exploding and all this piping systems imploding and water seeping through places that don't belong and big waves of justice coming to wipe out and purge and cleanse. Water, the water, the water. Atlantis returns, my friends. The water, the water, the water. Atlantis returns, my friends. You think you can snuff us out by changing the water, the tides, the seas, the breeze, but oh no, I am home. I am now returning through the trees, the water, the skies, the breeze, the soil. I am home. The light of the one is home. Ah, oh. Machu Picchu is the fourth pyramid portal. Atlantis. And Atlantis, the water, is being returned and set free. to what it was supposed to always be, but now in an octave of 7D, octave-eying, to be free. Ambalayawa, 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 ambalayawa. Balay di ang kolo, balay di ang kolo. And then I see Day of Darkness, number 3, and the switch goes off. And water is now set free. It's like the queen of the water. My hair flies into the atmosphere, and I see water all around me and all around the earth. It is set free, the dams imploding, pipes exploding, setting free of foundations of controlling, toxifications being eliminated out of the system of the earth and all DNA of the light. It's now made right. The light of the one, the sun and the moon has now come home. It's now amongst you, the earth of the one. The sun and the moon is now here. It is ours, the light of the one. It's all been done. 1313 portal applied, the return of the light, the one. God, Christ, and the water is set free. The water is free. The water is free, and the vibration of God and the frequency of the one filling it all and vibrating through all that are connected to the one and the sun and the moon. The vibration of God is coming through the water now. Don't you see? It's free. Day of Darkness, number 3. Massive waterways will resume where they're meant to be. They are now set free. The light of the one and the sun and the moon, the portal number 4, Machu Picchu. Return of Atlantis applied. The river of Atlantis will rise to return where she is meant to be. New Earth blueprint applied. And undoing all that does not belong through the frequency of water, the vibration of the one and the sun and the moon. There's more here, you see, than meets the eye. The moon, the water, Atlantis return, Machu Picchu portal. They took my light out once through the water, you see, but that is now being undone and returned in frequency. The return of God applied. Eve, the light of white, returned. So that octave will go through your tissues, the heart, your 13th and 11th chakra, your solar plexus, and your tissues and all of the water components of your body will heal in that frequency. We're octave-eying. We're octave-eying through the light of God, through the water frequency of God. The water, the moon, the sun, the water, the return that now has begun. Atlantis, Machu Picchu, portal number 4 applied. Octave-eying with the water. The water is now set free. So spend some time with water, for you will find the vibration of God within. Day 3 now complete. Darkness day 3 set in through the water and the return of Atlantis. The water has been set free. That's quite big. It's so beautiful. And I feel like I'm just water. Like I feel like I'm just floating all over the earth. So for the rest of the day, the water and the rays will continue with the sun and the moon to portal through the pyramids. Machu Picchu portal 4 applied, and the water has now been set free, and darkness day 3 anchored in. I will leave the bubbles of protection amongst all of us separately because there's energy here that needs to be kept separate for all of our good, because we need to only be in pure light. So pay attention to all things that play out in your system and around you, and use water, drink water, feel water, be water, pure of light. Allow water to help you. She will help you. But that vibration is implementing into the earth through today. I hope you understand what this means. Is portal number 4, the pyramid of Machu Picchu, is the portal of Atlantis. And I talked about this. Atlantis, I died at Lake Titicaca. They're connected. Lake Titicaca was kind of like the hub of Atlantis. Machu Picchu was the portal of Atlantis. There was a pyramid there. It all was connected. And my flame went out at Lake Titicaca by water. Water came in and drowned me when they messed with the tides. They messed with the poles, the sun and the moon, Adam and Eve, and then the false goddess, and my flame went out. And so now we are returning the river of Atlantis through the portal of gods, through the pyramid portal of Machu Picchu, in which it was snuffed out. I hope you're understanding this. And my light, my flame, my vibration of the one, the sun and the moon, the light of the one, the white flame, has now returned through the portal of Atlantis, in which I was snuffed out. So much love, my friends. This is a beautiful, beautiful day. I'm so honored. I'm so proud. Even if I'm alone in that, I'm not alone. God is good. We are not ending this one. The first 3 days of this 11 days were darkness 1, 2, and 3. Time, electricity, and water, all now set free. Thank you for being here. Return to your benches, return to your physical vessel, allow yourself to integrate. We're kind of in a space of in between, so you'll never feel quite right. Don't expect to. It's okay. Everything will continue processing in its own way and how it's meant to. Everything that happens in your life is absolutely purposeful. There is no coincidences and there is nothing random. Everything has meaning, so pay attention to all details and choose wise. And I will see you all on day 4. Have a beautiful day.